What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Having Said That show. I'm your co-host Adi, but today I'm throwing it to my other co-host Jay out on the field.
Okay guys, welcome back to the video. Today we are at Worli Games, an event organized by my good friend Arjun Meghe. As you can see over here, we have the stage set up for all the powerlifting equipment and all the powerlifting events, right? So in the past, as you guys know, I've been a professional powerlifter back in 2017, and it really meant a lot to me that I was asked to judge this event. And I know I look super dirty right now, but that's because we had to take all of the benches from the trucks, set it up, set the plates up. This is gonna be one of the best powerlifting meets you're gonna see if you've ever seen one before. Just to give you a rundown of the event, there's 3 powerlifting movements. That's squat, bench, deadlift. After that, we get into the bodyweight stuff. So that's push-ups, pull-ups, and then we end off with planks. Right now, we're standing in the middle of the relay zone, and it's going to be a tire flip relay just along here. So that's it. We have 8 teams competing, super pumped, super hyped. And yeah, let's see how the boys are doing.
Talk to them about what the Worli Games were. I don't know if you mentioned in that intro.
A couple of friends and me, obviously my good friend Arjun Meghe, who has this charity called Isaniyat, put this on. And he basically wanted to promote fitness and wellness amongst the youth in Worli. So there were a bunch of local gyms. I think there were like we invited like 10 local gyms. We ended up getting 8. There were like 120 people. It was absolutely electric, and they had to compete, like I said, in strength, body weight, and then a relay style competition. And I think we did a really good job with what we set out to accomplish, which was just foster that competitiveness and get fitness out into the forefront of these guys' minds, you know, because I feel like not enough people focus on that. And it was just a super fun day, man. I mean, it was one of the best things I've ever done, for sure.
I think you were there for upwards of 13 hours.
Dude, yeah. I texted you when I left. I was there at like 10. I came back at like 12:30. Like, yeah, AM. It was crazy.
I came to see the event for like a couple of hours, and it was awesome because I remember you talking to me about you wanting to do events like this maybe like a year ago when you just started the gym.
Yeah, I think it was in 2021.
Exactly.
Before I started the gym.
Yeah, way before actually.
Yeah, I actually visited Aditya in New York. I don't know if we've told this story on the pod before, but I visited him in New York, and I basically laid out my plan like for the next 2-3 years or whatever. And he sent me a really nice message. We'll put that up if we won't. It's private. And I basically laid it out for him, and I was like, I want to bring fitness to like the forefront in India. Like I want it to be as, you know, fun for people to do as like football, cricket, and just sports in general. You know, I feel like sports isn't given as much of an emphasis, and then, you know, everyone just gets sloppy, lazy, doesn't know how to take care of themselves. And if you kind of start young, you'll never stop, and that I think is the goal.
Yeah, it was just nice to be in that environment of you kind of doing this thing for a community. To see you set it up yourself and kind of do it yourself was awesome. Like, big ups on that.
It was really, dude, it was fun to set up. Like, I missed the meetings. I was telling the boys, I was like, yo, because we're going to do another one in November, guys. So stay tuned for that. But the planning process was so much fun because all the guys I worked with, you know, shout out to Tanya, king of operations, Abbas, Divij, my judges, my co-judges, Arjun, obviously. Everyone who was involved in this project was so passionate and so good at what they do that it could not fail. Like, I was so confident. Usually I get nervous when it comes time for like a big event or like a big, you know, like a concert or something. Like, I get nervous when you get on stage sometimes. But I think I woke up in the morning with so much excitement because we were in 100% control the entire time. And it was just, man, it was a great experience.
I know the eventual goal for you is to start kind of curating these events for yourself and you know, kind of commercialize it as well, obviously to some extent. Is there any plan to do something like that before this year, or are you waiting for
I'm kind of waiting until I have my own space and a bunch of clients. I could do it right now, but I think I want to make it as good and as to scale as this one was. Like, this was 120 people, and I don't know if we have the footage, but my God, some of the events we did, right? You expect hype on like bench, squats, deadlift, and there was super like hype on all of those 3 lifts. But guys, can you guys guess what the most hyped event of the evening was? Can you just guess? Why don't you
feel
whisper it? What was it? Yeah. It was
planks?
It was the planks.
Planks.
It was the planks. So on all of this, we were just like, okay, they're gonna plank for like 5 minutes. Everyone's gonna keep dropping, whatever. The thing was that the powerlifting events, well, we started a bit late. We started at 5 and it went on to like 8:30.
Yeah.
The powerlifting events, and by I think the time we got to planks, which was the third bodyweight event, all the spectators had left.
So it was just the competitors.
It was just the competitors, just the judges, and the stage was crowded. Like the stage was with the competitors, but right below the stage, I don't know if we have footage of that, but it was absolutely insane. These guys were planking for upwards of 8.5 minutes.
Damn.
I was like nervous. I don't know why I was nervous. I just was. And we were just making sure that we had like a criteria where you couldn't touch your chest or like a yoga block or whatever. But my God, that was the most hype event of the evening.
Sick, dude.
And that was crazy. Not to mention the tire flipping relay, which we'll show.
I don't know, you guys will probably be seeing this on screen, but in order for a powerlifting competitor to kind of succeed at his lift, there's like 3 judges judging you, right?
Yeah.
So Jay's 2 friends were like on the side, and then Jay was like the main judge in the center with like a little Jumanji hat.
The umpire's hat.
The bucket hat, bro.
It wasn't a bucket hat. That's not a bucket hat.
It was a bucket hat.
No, that's not a bucket hat, bro. That's not a bucket
It's
hat.
literally a bucket hat. If you want to pull up pics right now.
Bucket hats have no,
shorter, whatever you call that.
Yeah,
that's a jungle hat.
Pull that up. Pull that up, Mihir. Pull up bucket hat.
It's like a cricket umpire.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I had a badass hat on, you know.
And he's like,
boss gave me that hat.
And he has to put up like either a white or a red color to indicate whether they've succeeded.
So white was succeeded, red was failed.
And on the sidelines, we were joking about how Jay would even get you know how some judges get the sign flipped wrong? Like even with a color, he'll get it flipped wrong.
Dude, I was actually so nervous about that because
it was a block of color. You could
no. It was a block of color, but they were on either side of me, so I couldn't see which one I was picking up. So I just had to remember red on the left, white on the right. Red on the left, white on the right. White is right.
White is right.
But yeah, it was.
I know, stupid question, but why couldn't you see the color what you were picking up?
Oh, it was just on one side of the panel, so I couldn't lift it.
Okay.
But this dude, I've competed in powerlifting a lot of times, and the one thing that I didn't like about the judging was that they weren't as clear with the rules as they could have been, right? Like a lot is left up to interpretation of what that specific judge wants on that specific day, and if you don't meet those criteria, everything you've worked for is done. So I made it a point. I know we have footage of this. I made it a point to go back into the athletes area and. Anyone who had any questions about lifting, or if I saw something that I didn't like, I was like, yo, go lower, lock out, all of that stuff. So I think that was really well done in the sense that the organizer, my friend, was like, make the rules clear to everyone. Yeah. And I think that was a huge part of it.
It also felt like it was a lot of these guys' first time competing in an event like this. And what was cool was, so each of them kind of was representing their gym.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And their entire gym was like there to support and everything. Yeah.
That was the coolest part.
What's the weight that criteria?
Okay, yeah. So let me explain that, right? If you see the footage, you'll see a lot of people of different sizes lifting weights and stuff. And like you said, some people had competed, some people hadn't competed, but they were all the strongest at their particular lifts. So if your gym has a really strong squatter, you'd send him. If you're a really strong bencher, you'd send that person. So it was judged on the criteria of Wilks. I don't know if we can put a graphic up of what Wilks is. It's basically your power to weight ratio. The less you weigh, the more you move, the better your chances of scoring a higher Wilks. So if we're the same weight and we bench this, if I'm the weight we are right now and I bench more than you, or the same as you, then I win because I'm at a lighter weight. So that is what we based it on, because we wanted everyone to have fun, man. We wanted everyone to just go crazy and just put up like the best numbers that they could. And I think it was just fantastic. I think some people overshot a lot. It was so much fun seeing that much weight put on the bar. Yeah, it was just fantastic, man. Yeah,
I know you mentioned a lot of fights broke out during the tire flipping or the relay.
It was just like passion, man. You know how sports get sometimes. Like you know
I wish I stayed for that, bro. That would have been fun.
Sports get sometimes. Like there's a lot of like, if stuff doesn't go your way, there's a couple of arguments, but at the end of the day, everyone eventually is super respectful about it, and it was good. It turned out well, but damn, that's crazy, huh? That was good. Okay, so the relay, which is, we gave double points for the relay, by the way, which was super controversial. But here's why we did that, was because it was a whole team of people, and it was 4 people in each team.
Y'all did it last minute?
No.
Okay.
No. We didn't.
I thought y'all did a little F1 on them, you know?
No.
To make it more interesting for the spectators.
They knew that. Yeah. If Sid was planning these games, Aditya wouldn't have even been competing. He would just win. It was like a tournament style bracket, so everyone went head to head. So they ended up competing. I think the winners in the finals competed 3 times before they actually got to the finals. Like you had to win a bracket style tournament. And man, shit got heated down the stretch, bro. There was some races where I was like, fuck being a referee. I walked right behind them and I was trying to see if, everyone was like in their lines or whatever. But man, it was electric, dude.
Yeah.
10 on 10 experience. I would definitely do that again.
So you said that there's going to be one more happening in November. And
there is going to be one more happening in November. It's going to be on a much larger scale, because I think this one was like a tester. I think everyone was kind of seeing what could go wrong if stuff were to go wrong. And I think we learned a lot in terms of just organizational stuff.
Did anything go wrong?
Besides
y'all starting a little late.
A couple of people showed up late, I think, but that was, honestly, shout out Tanya. He was the head of operations. He made sure everything ran so smoothly on the day that I just had to like show up and judge, because it ran like really well. But that's what I was saying. Like the people really made the event. Everyone I was working with was super energized about it, super excited about it, and everyone had like a stake
We should
in
talk
it,
about that GOAT MC, bro.
Oh my god!
There was
dude.
this MC there who was like announcing all the people and like hyping the crowd up and everything. He was
like
fantastic.
He was my favorite.
And I'm telling you, dude, I have seen him at chess tournaments do the same shit,
Really?
like back in DSO, MSS.
Really?
I think he's just an MC. Like
he is. That's his job.
He does this shit.
Yeah. No, he's legit, dude. He was sitting next to me and he's like announcing and stuff, and some people were like missing their lifts and he was giving them tips, like legitimate like tips, but it sounded like he was just flaming them. So I started laughing and he looked at me, he was like, dude, don't laugh. They think that I'm making fun of them. And I can't control myself, so I was just laughing.
Dude, even when he was announcing the positions, like in third place, you like he would say like, oh, in third place we have whatever Sushant, like you gotta work harder next time, bro.
I'm not supposed to laugh at that, bro. That was fantastic.
He was awesome though. He brought such good energy.
It's true though. Like I've also been for a few events, and these guys, they really make or break it. Huh?
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
And they can really make a mundane thing damn interesting.
Yeah. Well, it was
I'm not
pretty
saying,
interesting already.
He was talking about the chess tournaments.
Okay, to make
I hear they burn like 10,000 calories in chess, something like that.
chess tournament exciting is
Can
something.
you do that though? Can you disrupt the
No,
the
it's just for
players?
like announcing in between and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because can you imagine if someone like made a chess move and he was like, "Oh, it's the double black fish knight." Oh my god. Yeah, but I think events like this are super important in kind of teaching the youth that it is important to be physically fit, and if you don't take care of yourself, nobody's gonna come and take care of you after a certain point. So yeah, just keep working out, whatever that is for you: running, swimming, lifting weights, anything really.
I know that you and me had this conversation once while we were driving back, and you were telling me about the sorry state, like the fitness and this whole sports thing, industry or whatever is in India. You know, you don't give it that much importance. I think this is a good step.
Yeah.
And you did mention that you want to do something towards that.
Yeah.
I think this is a great step.
Yeah, I do remember that conversation.
Yeah.
So
It's a great step
it is a huge step forward, because if you can create infrastructure, you can create change. So I think it works both ways, which is fantastic.
Jay, round of applause. I feel like he's asking for it. I'm kidding. The one mistake I made coming for this event and why I think I had to leave a couple hours early is because all of y'all wore shorts and I was like, okay, it's like a event, like let me wear pants, you know, like let me just wear my cargos and stuff. And it was so fucking hot. I'm sorry, I would have stayed longer.
Yeah, you should have asked me, bro. Short shorts all the way, bro. Yeah. But no, so this event was also sponsored by Fasten Up, and I know they're friends of the pod.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
So I just want to give them a huge shout out for organizing all of the reloads and the energy gels and everything they gave us, because dude, it was hot.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of people make this mistake so many times. It's like when you just drink water, when you sweat, you're not putting in what you sweat out. right? If you're sweating out potassium and sodium and all that shit, you're just drinking more water, and that water doesn't enter your cells because it's not combined with electrolytes, right? That is the medium through which water enters your cells. So if you're just drinking water, you're not actually hydrating properly. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. Like, you know, we have products in the Indian market that are like to be taken in case of like an emergency, you know, in sports day if someone faints.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, what about regular life? Like, it's hot as hell right now. It's been hot for like a month. And I feel like 2 fasten up reloads midday just charge me up so much more. You remember that leg day we had like last week? We were dying after squats. That is what keeps me going like more than half the days we train, bro.
I thought I kept you going.
Well, no, I mean, obviously that's
but on that note, you know, in most of these sports events, they just serve you like those small Bisleri bottles or Aquafina bottles or whatever. To get a little nerdy on you guys, the TDS, like the dissolved solubles in like this packaged water, is so little that when you're drinking it, it's like absorbing minerals from your body.
Yeah. You were telling me that about the pre-packaged water.
Exactly.
And stuff,
So
right?
if you guys just throw in like a fasten up to like one of those things or whatever, it helps way more than you can imagine.
That's what we did though. Like we gave the 250 ml ones. Like one tablet is for 250 ml of water, and we gave them those like a 20 pack of reloads, and that shit literally kept me going the entire time.
Yeah.
As opposed to
you guys didn't eat.
liters of
Right?
water.
You didn't eat for like a good.
Yeah, we didn't eat it all, dude. Because I mean, we ate a little bit, but like it was like for like 5 minutes and then it was done. But it was so like go that I think I had like a banana and like 5 reloads across the day. But yeah, that shit keeps you going. Stay hydrated, guys, because it's fucked up out here.
Yeah. Anything to end this conversation? It's a short episode today, guys, because we have a banger coming out next week.
Yeah,
so.
we can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you know, I think over the past month, I think we said this before we started shooting. You guys can see this we've deviated a lot from the podcast version, and we've really dived into the show version. So I hope you guys enjoy it because we have some really interesting stuff coming up in the next few weeks.
We got great feedback on the pizza episode. So
yeah, if you guys like that and you guys can think of any topics that we can do or any variations of the Bite Me series that we can do, just leave that down in the comments.
We thought of so many good ones this week. We had French fries.
Oh, yeah.
Bite Me. We can do like a
French fries,
cocktails.
I think French fries is like
French fries
the move,
is
right?
the move, right?
Yeah.
I know mine.
Yeah.
And I get to pick first of what place I want to
that was like you were just filling in for Sid that day. So.
I'm a crowd baby.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't get too big for your shoes.
oh, don't get especially
Anyway.
shoes, bro. I like to see you fill those shoes, massive ass.
But I will say that I have been loving the YouTube like show content so much. And I'm so excited for the 50th episode.
Yeah. You guys. I don't want to hype it up too. Actually, I do want to hype it up. Go watch that shit when it comes out because I think we worked incredibly hard on that for you guys, and obviously because it was really fun for us as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a bunch of exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna be too good, bro.
Yeah, our previous high was the dating episode, which was a big thing also. This is going to just smash that.
Yeah.
But I will say this though, it's good to be back in studio. It's good to be back with everyone in the studio. And this has been a fun one. Except Aman. I hope they leave this in the video because we missed you a lot today. So yeah.
Awesome.
Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay.
We're gonna announce HSD FM soon, so stay tuned for that. We want your guys' video submissions on that. But
Yeah. Also, how many video submissions do you think we are gonna get? Do you think we should give them something if
An
they send in
incentive.
a
an
video
incentive,
submission?
yes.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Sid will come to your house personally and film you sending in your video submission. So if you guys want Sid all up in your business, hit us up. Say
Why don't we
in capital
send them we'll send them a reload, like a packet of reload if they send in a video.
Sure.
Sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Done.
Send you guys reloads.
Yeah.
So send in your videos. We'll hydrate you. You help us out.
So
Win.
win. Peace.